Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. We'll give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive Thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's over live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek who's on the show with us today. Full house tonight. Jay Briggs with us. Al Ninos still sign up a little bit later. Wayne Scott, Rod Zawacky, Brian Bitler, David Racey, Jovan Burts, and Brad Francis. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Bitler, Scott, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Ninos, Racey, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, another week here, ready to roll here on the drive-thru. Of course, we got college basketball on the board. The tournaments begin tonight with some campus site games from the A-Sun. Lots of college hoops. We got 4 from the NBA and hockey. So let's get this one away. Let's welcome in Brian Bitler. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium to lead us off for this week on the drive-thru. Bring him right now. Brian, what's happening?
I'll tell you what, 3-2 Saturday, 2-3 Sunday. Got some backdoors against me, but this Monday card, I think it might be small, but there's tremendous opportunity. I'm ready to do some square dance tonight. I think it's going to be one of those kind of nights, kind of like a Friday on a Monday. I'm loving the card today.
Loving the card tonight. Brian Bitler here for a Monday action. Of course, some NBA, a little bit of everything here on the board for tonight. We're going CBS Sports Network, 9 Eastern Time. Nevada here to host Wyoming. Nevada here, 5.5 total, 138.
I know it might not be the most popular pick on the board tonight, but I think it might be the sharpest play on the board tonight. I'm going to go with the Wyoming Cowboys here, plus the points on Monday night in their last home game of the season and senior night. We have not seen this line really move much off of 5.5 all day. I think it's pretty much stayed strong at that number. Wyoming does play its best basketball at home, and Nevada does have arch rivals UNLV on deck next. I think Wyoming might catch them with their pants down tonight and break that 3-game losing streak. The dog has covered in this series 6 of the last 7 meetings, and the Cowboys play their best cover basketball on a Monday, going 5-2. I'm going to take the Wyoming Cowboys plus the points. I think Nevada squeaks out a win, but Wyoming gets the cover.
Brian, here on Wyoming, plus the 5.5 in this one here against Nevada. Of course, the Nevada team that's shown a little bit of heart here down the stretch, winning what looks like 6 of their past 7. Wyoming's been a team that really has had their struggles on the defensive end.
I tell you, this Wyoming team has burnt me a couple times this year. They've looked like the play on the board, and then they just got blown out. I'm not sure if it was Colorado State that went into Wyoming and blew them off the court. But I took some bad losses with Wyoming. But, you know, last home game of the season in Nevada with that UNLV on deck next, I just think this is a tighter game than people expect. You saw Nevada and Fresno play a close game. I think Nevada was expected to blow out Fresno, and Fresno kept it close. I think Wyoming keeps this one tight as well. All
right, Brian says go ahead and take in this one. Wyoming plus 5.5 here against Nevada. This one will have a start time here of 9 Eastern Time, CBS Sports Network. All right, Brian, let's take a look at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, tonight on the board, we have NBA, 4-game card from the NBA, NHL as well. A lot from college basketball, a lot of mixed games up here with small conference, some big conference, mid-majors as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I definitely have a potpourri of games tonight. My best play is my titanium play. Now, I dropped it yesterday, but 3-1 last 4, 30-17 last 47. That's a 64% hit rate. If you go back even further, 117-80, 59% on my $15 titanium play. Tonight's in college basketball. You can get it over at pickdogs.com for just $15. Or my NHL Conference Game of the Month. I think this is the best plus money dog I've seen all year in the NHL. So definitely a tremendous opportunity. Make sure you head on over to Pick Dogs. Pick up that NHL Conference Game of the Month tonight.
That's right, guys.
Non-conference Game of the Month, sorry. I said
non-conference.
Non-conference.
Get on board here with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, tonight on the board, he's got that college basketball titanium wager. That's $15. Of course, that is profit guarantee. Must earn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. Also in action here with a money shot from the NBA as well. NHL non-conference game of the month. Lots of action here from Brian, but instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider that 7-day All Sports Pass. Get all of Brian's premium plays here for 7 days. That will include all his NBA, college hoops, and NHL for 7 days. A really good value there. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Tell you what, always looking forward to Monday nights hanging out with these tremendous handicappers here at PickDogs.com. Quite the lineup of cappers, and I'm going to stay tuned and see what everybody else has tonight.
Absolutely, we'll do. Brian Bitler here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on with the coverage. Next up, we got Wayne Scott. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. Premium courses, three-legged parlay video of the day. He joins Al Ninos here every day here on the Pick Dogs channel with their video series. So make sure you guys tune into that and give them a like and a thumbs up as well. Bring him in right now. Wayne, how's it going tonight? Oh, Wayne, I've got your sound down. You're on mute. We lost your sound there. We can get back to you here. We'll move on over here to Jay Briggs as we lost the sound there from Wayne. So we'll get him back in a second here. So let's go ahead and welcome in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Sometimes when your team loses and they have a bad loss, you kind of catch a break when it's on a Sunday. You don't have to face that weekend crowd and that weekend morning show. So let's go ahead and bring in Jay right now. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's happening. All right, here we go tonight. 7 Eastern time. We have the 76ers here to face the Heat. The Sixers laying 6, total 217.
Yes, sir, Tony. We're going to Philly here, and I know Philly is a dominant home team. They've been playing really good basketball. They did drop their last one, and I'm somebody who's probably only bet Miami once or twice this season. I'm somebody who fades out Miami in just about every opportunity I get. Miami is the worst covered team in the NBA, meaning if you put your money on this team more than any other team this season, you've lost more money betting this team than any other team. All that said, I kind of lean Miami here in this matchup against the Sixers, man. It's do or die time getting to that point for the Miami Heat. This is the first matchup between these two teams, man, and I know Miami's lost 4 straight, and this is going to be their 4th game on the road. But like I said a minute ago, I think this is desperation time for the Heat, and I'm not sure if they win this game, but I do think they keep it competitive. We heard the frustration coming from Jimmy Butler in their last meeting after they lost on the road to the Hornets in a game they probably should have won. And like I said, I know Philly's been red hot, but we're at that point of the season where teams, they know they have to show up on a nightly basis. I think the Heat know how much pressure is on them. They're currently 7th in the Eastern Conference. This is a Heat team that was number 1 last year. I think we see them slightly improve to end the season as they try to improve their playoff seeding. And I think they can keep this game here competitive with the Philadelphia 76ers. I'll grab the points here with Miami.
All right, we got Jay going to grab the points here with the Miami Heat. This is a Heat team that's had their struggles here as we take a look here at this road trip. It has not been good for this Heat team, and really when it comes down to Miami, it really comes down to their shooting, and that's probably one of the reasons why they went after Kevin Love. You're not going to get much defense out of Love, but this team has just have not been shooting the ball. Go back to the last game where it was other than Hero shot the threes, and I think the rest of the team went 4 of 24. It was just a brutal shooting performance.
Yeah, they're really struggling, Tony. I'm telling you, I fade Miami every opportunity I get, especially on their home floor, man. Miami just fails to cover spreads. They have not been a good cover team, but it's that time of year where they have to click it together, man. They have to figure something out. I heard it in their voice in their last one, and they're running out of opportunities. Tonight has to be a statement game for them. They need to put some emphasis on winning games. I'm not sure if they get it done, but I do think we see a concerted effort to where they keep this game within the number. So, Jimmy Butler used to play for Philly as well. So, there's kind of that revenge angle there as well. So, I kind of lean Miami here in this matchup tonight on the road.
What do you take back from the Sixers after losing to the Celtics at home?
Nothing really. I think the Celtics, I've said for majority of the season, the Celtics are arguably the best team in basketball. I do think they're the best team in basketball right now. They are record-wise. That's not really a bad loss for the Sixers with, the Boston Celtics coming in there beating you. You got to go through them. So, that's kind of a little disappointment for the Sixers, but I wouldn't hang my hat on it too much. Come playoff time, they're going to have to do that 4 times. So, we'll see come then.
All right, we got Jay here on the Heat +6 against the Sixers. This one will have a start time here, 7 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, some good results here in college hoops. Got college hoops on the board tonight here as well. Up on the board with some major conferences, a lot of minor and mid-majors as well. NBA as well as hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. I got 4 plays tonight, 3 in the NBA, 1 in college hoops. I got my college hoops best bet. We got hot last week in college hoops, man. We're going to try to stay that way. So you can get my best bet over there. You can scoop it up over at Pick Dogs Premium. I have 3 in the NBA today, including my $15 NBA Jam Session play. We've hit back-to-back on that, including a winner last night with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Love to see that, man. They got right on their home floor. We go for 3 in a row on that play tonight. You can scoop it up, only $15. And I also have that play in my NBA money-making 3-pack. That 3-pack includes 2 other plays that I absolutely love tonight in the NBA. So you can scoop all that over at Pick Dogs Premium. 4 plays total for me tonight. We're going to try to keep this momentum rolling forward and make some money this week here at Pick Dogs.
That's right, guys. Got board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, you see the great results there here on the board here from Jay. 391 units of private college hoops. So get on board with Jay Briggs right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. NBA Jam Session on the board. $15 premium is up there right now. It is credit guarantee, must turn to profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for side credits. That is a credit guarantee here on the board as well. From Jay, also a 3-pack here from the NBA. Get all of those 3 premium plays as well. Also, we're finding plays here from Hoops Best Bet. But instead of buying all these plays individually, why not consider that 1-month all sports pass from Jay? Get all of Jay's premium plays here for 30 days. That's all his NBA. All his college basketball, NHL for 30 days. Now in the college basketball coverage, lots of coverage there because it takes you all the way to the end of the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament. So they'll whittle the NCAA tournament down to 4 teams at the end of that 30-day all sports pass. Of course, so get on board, use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you will save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having your show. See that success. Catch up with you again tomorrow. We got lots going on over at Pick Dogs, your NBA Jam Session, and you just debuted a live show here with the NBA Live here at 4 Eastern time.
Yes, sir. Y'all can catch me every morning as that's why I dropped the original Jam Session. It just gives me a chance to just tell you how I'm feeling early in the day. And then I now have a live show that goes off 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Lets us react to anything that came out during the day. So, just a little update and watch line movement, stuff like that. I usually have a guest. I didn't bother anybody today. There was only 4 games. I'll probably have somebody on tomorrow. We got 10-game cards. So check out that live show tomorrow. And, yeah, man, check out the gym session in the morning, and let's continue stacking units here at Pick Dogs, man.
So stack units indeed with Jay Briggs. All right, Jay, make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications. When Jay's live, you're live with him. Get the numbers get the plays in real time, get the best numbers. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow, Tony.
You got a Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Let's continue on. Let's see if we can get Wayne back here. I know we had issues with this connection. Let's see if we can bring him in. Find Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catches a parlay, 3-legged prop parlay video of the day with Al Ninos here on the Pick Dogs channel. Bring him right now. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? You can hear me?
I can hear you. You're coming in. All right, here we go tonight. We go to the SWAC conference
good.
As Florida A&M takes in Southern here. Southern road favorites, total 134.
Yes, sir. Southern 13-15 on the season. They're 3rd in the SWAC, going against FAMU. 7-20 on the season. They're 11th in the SWAC. The Southern team had a good start. Both of these teams are 4-6 in their last 10. Southern's falling off a little bit. Southern lost their last 3, including on the road to Bethune-Cookman, 53-60. FAMU's coming off a loss as well. They lost at home against Grambling, 55-69. FAMU, they cover. They're 14-11 ATS on the season, and Southern is 16-10 ATS. So these are both teams that are on the winning percentage as far as covering. But wait, FAMU covers a lot on the road when they're getting huge numbers. At home, they're 2-5 in the underdog road. And quite frankly, this FAMU team is one of the worst scoring teams in college basketball. They foul at a high rate, a lot of turnovers, and they don't get to the foul line. Southern, like I said, they lost 3, but they're in a good spot to where they can come in on this road and beat FAMU down like they did in the first game. They already beat FAMU 66-84, almost a 20-point win. in that game right there, like I mentioned, FAMU was a bad scoring team, but they actually was over all their percentages in that game and still almost lost by 20. They shot 48% from three, which they normally don't do. Another thing in that game, they only got time 4 times, so they're not getting to the line. And reason why they lost by 20, although they had one of their better shooting nights, is because they gave up 57% for field goal, basically a layup line in that second half. And I'm going with Southern, man, to cover by 7. Southern's a better shooting team, free throw, rebounding team, bench, better players off the bench, and we're going to go with Southern to cover this 7.
All right, we got Wayne here going to go with Southern to cover the 7 points here, laying 7 here in this game tonight. And, of course, wanted to get Jay's thoughts here in this one here. As, looking at this Southern team, what they do a lot is they like to go on the road in non-conference, and they call these paycheck games, and a lot of these small conference teams do that. But when you look at the teams they play, it really toughens them up for conference. I mean, like Arizona, St. Mary's, they played. I mean, they actually beat Cal. We know Cal's a terrible team. Xavier, they played. So they really toughen up that in the non-conference.
Yes, sir. And that, like you said, that doesn't do nothing but help you when you get in the conference. Definitely going against the bad teams. Just getting good experience against the better teams. Always going to put you in a good spot when you're going back home and playing these conference teams.
Yeah, it's just been brutal here for, it's not been good here for Florida A&M. I just got pounded here by Grambling. Here we go, Southern laying 7 against Florida A&M. This one to have a start time here, 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, we got great results here over the past 7 days. 1,165 units of profit from Wayne over at Pick Dogs Prim. That is all a document. You can verify that by going over to Wayne's handicapper page and go down to pick history. You'll see that showing also good profit here in the NHL, showing profit in the NBA last 7 days. Yesterday off a really good day. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a small card today, just 4 games in college basketball and 1 NHL. I got a 3-pack, my money-making Moolah Mondays. And that's it, guys. Just my 3-pack. I stayed off the NBA today. A lot of games tomorrow that I'm going over, and I like that card a lot better than today. So I just stayed on what I know: college basketball and 1 good NHL pick for y'all today.
That's right, guys. I get on board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight on the board. It's got that Moolah Making Monday 3-pack from college basketball, so get on board with that. Of course, that is credit guarantee, means it must turn a profit, or the amount that you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is right there, profit guarantee. Also, in credit guarantee, also you can consider Wayne's 7-day all sports pass. He's been on fire here the last 7 days. Get all of Wayne's premium plays here for 7 days. That includes all his NBA, college hoops, as well as NHL. The promo code is PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. To you that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But because everybody know about your video series here, you and Al Ninos with that 3-legged prop parlay video.
Yes, sir. Check that out, man. Al Ninos will be dropping that every day. That's where I give the number 1 prop that I love for the day. Al will give you the number 1 prop that he loves for the day. We go to Pick Dogs, go to the betting tools, and we grab a third player prop that both of us can agree on, round them up, and give y'all parlay for the day. So, been doing good on them. Check it out, like it, and drop your player props too, man. So I know what to key in on. I know what people like to who they like to bet on, and I'll keep an eye on it.
That's right, guys. Be sure to subscribe, like, and set those comments in there. So when Al and Wayne drop those videos, you get them right in real time to get the best numbers. All right, Wayne, as always, thanks for joining us. Have a great night. We'll talk with you later in the week.
All right, you take care, Tony T. All right, Pick Dog family.
All right, you got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive through. Guys, if you miss a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay for that. Al Ninos will help us out. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Brad Francis up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Prim. Have a fantastic year in college basketball this year. Is Brad. Catch him on the UFC shows during the week here on the Pick Dogs channel. We'll bring him in right now. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How are we doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. ESPN has this one between Florida State and North Carolina. Tar Heels on the road, lane 8. Total is 155.
Yep, and I'm going to roll with the Tar Heels on the road. I mean, this is just a classic letdown spot for the Noles. They're coming off the biggest win of their season, beating Miami on Saturday via a buzzer beater. Is a pretty wild game, and I can just see them coming out flat in this one. We've seen this FSU team take some bad losses this season. I'm an alum there, as you see the flag in the back. So I've watched a lot of these games, and I really know how bad this team is, and it's not pretty. I mean, UNC, they haven't looked great on the road. But I think this is a game where they could turn around and pick up a road win. UNC, they are kind of on the hot seat to make the big dance, and they really need to win this one because their next and last game after this one is against Duke, and we all know that's not guaranteed. So I just think this game means more to the Tar Heels. We've seen FSU play some of the better teams in the ACC and in the league and get blown out. So I think UNC could pick up a double-digit win here pretty easily.
All right, Brad here on North Carolina. He should know he's an alum and he's been following this program, so I can ask him, so what has happened the last 2 years with this Florida State team? Not just this year, but last year they kind of tanked in conference as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this year no one really expected this in the program. We thought we were going to be one of the better ACC teams as we've been in, the past 5-7 years. So I really have no answers. You watch a team and it's just kind of all over the place. Not one player is really taking over. They don't really have that guy they could count on. So, I mean, hopefully we have a better year recruiting next year and can pick it up. But it's just been ugly.
Ugly indeed. North Carolina laying 8 against Florida State. This one to have a start time here, 7 Eastern time, ESPN. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, we do have lots of college on the board from the NBA. We got action on the ice, showing great results here in college for this year. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, just sticking to basketball tonight. I got a 3-pack up there. Got my 2 favorite college basketball plays and then my favorite NBA play. So check that out. $50. Picks are guaranteed. So it's good value there.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. Moolah Monday 3-pack on the board for Brad. Get on board with it. Credit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is a credit guarantee. Of course, the long-term pass you may consider with Brad. Monthly all sports pass is a great value there. Get all of Brad's premium plays for 30 days. Includes all his NBA, all his NHL, and college basketball. Lots of coverage here because you'll get the remainder of the regular season from college basketball, all the conference tournaments, as well as the NCAAB tournament, all the way to the end of the Elite Eight. So it'll whittle down to the final 4 teams when that 30-day pass expires. Also, all the minor tournament coverage, NIT, the CBI, and the Basketball Classic covered in that 30 days. So great value. Use the promo code PICK at checkout to save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you show. Have some great night. Are we looking at a UFC card this weekend?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty big card. John Jones returns to the Octagon, so it's going to be a big one there. So catch me in Mills live after the drive-thru, right after there. So yep, we'll be good to go.
Usually it's on Thursday, so hopefully we'll catch you there on Thursday nights with Brad and Mills for that UFC show when it drops. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Brad and Mills are on. You're on with them live. Get the plays in real time to get the best numbers. All right, Brad, have a great night. Catch up with you again later in the week.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive to. Let's continue on. Next up, we have our man Jovan Burts. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He delivers over on the site. You've seen those great records he's posted up here. Jovan, what's happening? Got you on mute there, Jovan.
You got me?
Got you now. All right. Here we go tonight. NBA is the Pistons on the road here against this Hornets team. The Hornets laying 6.5, total 235.
Yeah, man, I'm on the Pistons. The Pistons, they're a dumpster fire. 2-8 in their last 10 games. But if you look at their ATS record last 5, they are 4-1 against the spread. That's something to be said. They did play Toronto tough last game. Game before that, it was a 2-point game against Orlando. And Toronto skipping over the Boston game where they got smacked around. Boston just smacks around the lesser teams. They always smacked around, most teams this year and, the last half of last year. So that's not the new to them. But, the other game in Toronto, at Toronto, it was a 1-point game. So, it's just one of those situations where they're facing an equally bad Charlotte Hornets team who, is getting an inflated number based on their 4-game winning streak, and against the team, what the best team out of that mix was Miami, who is having a bad season, a down season for their standards, over the last several years. So I think that we're getting some points in this one, enough points to where the Pistons can and I think will cover the spread, and who knows, might get the outright victory if things fall right. I really don't care about the guys that they have out, Bogdanovich and Ivy and guys like that. Doesn't matter to me. They have a whole bunch of guys who are just the same types of players. It's a bad team, so at the end of the day, it's just whoever they have out there, they're just gonna have to roll with them. But I think in this one, they'll get the cover.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Pistons plus 6.5 here against the Hornets. Of course, out here for the Pistons, Bogdanovich, Duran, Ivy, and Stewart are out here for Detroit. On the Charlotte side, Martin out. Washington is probable in this one. Going to match up there with LaMelo Ball, Rozier, Hayward. Hayward's someone that's hot or cold. He's been someone who's been hurt a lot with this team.
Yeah, like I said, when it comes to the bad teams, it's like it doesn't really even matter who's out there. As a collective, they're bad regardless, whether they have guys in or guys out. No one's gonna move the needle to produce wins or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, these are the teams that I either fade a lot of the times, or in the case of the Pistons, if they're at home on and they're facing a decent team and they're getting enough points, I might check for them. The Charlotte Hornets, I'm not checking for them at all. I'm straight fading them at any given opportunity. I haven't even touched them in a while, or haven't faded them in a while, anything like that. So this is the first time I'm really dealing with some mediocre talent on the NBA side.
All right, there we go with Jovan here. Pistons plus 6.5 against the Hornets. This one have a start time, 7 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium, where you've been on absolute fire here. 2,551 units of profit for 2023. There's all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium, showing great results the last 30 days, showing positive results the past 24 hours. College basketball has been on fire, over 1,800 units of profit, all documented over at the site. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to make money with my Money Bag Monday dual action, a hardwood 3-pack, I believe. 2 college basketball plays and 1 NBA play, to get you right, over the weekend. Had another productive weekend. I actually went 5-5 on Saturday, but it was front loaded with nothing but with nothing but winners. And then yesterday I hit them with 3-0. So yeah, just trying to keep the ball rolling each and every night. For me personally, when I bet, if it's real strong plays that I like, I'm going to go and live bet it, do my thing, wait for a team to get down a good 20, in the case of the Lakers, 27 points, and bang that that plus money. And then, once I see them coming back, I'm going to hit them on the money line. And that's how I played it personally. But, yeah, so, check me out on my I say the Lakers because that was one of my plays yesterday. On my 3-0. But check me out on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. You're gonna get that value dealing with me when you're going with those longer term packages. Also match me up with one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 capital promotional. You just can't go wrong at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. There's a lot of us that's hot and gonna stay hot, and that's just the way it is. So. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed, guys. Get on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. When you see the great results here for the year, 2,551 units of profit. Jovan in here with a Money Bag Monday, NBA Road Warrior, a 3-pack up here. 2 college basketballs and an NBA in that Road Warrior Money Bag Monday. Also, college basketball late night sledgehammer play is up there for you right now. Barking Dog as well. Some of these plays sold individually or get them in a packs. But again, as we talked about, instead of buying all these plays individually, get that 1-month pass for Jovan. Best time for that 1-month pass. Get all of Jovan's premium plays for 30 days. You've got coverage here from the NBA. College basketball, there's lots of coverage here. The remainder of the regular season, all the conference tournament action is covered in that 30 days, as well as the NCAA tournament all the way to the end of the Elite Eight. So the tournament cuts down to the final 4 teams when that 30-day all-sports pass expires. So that makes it a very good value. Also, all the minor tournaments, Jovan will be in action with that NIT, CBI, the Basketball Classic. We cover college basketball year-round, not just when football season's over, like some of those other sites. I like to welcome people who they were watching the show, and those guys kind of wrapped up shop after football. We're not. We're year-round. So welcome. Stay with us. So get on board there with Jovan. 1 month pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. Right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you later in the week, but we can always catch you with the video series here on Pick Dogs with that parlay.
Yeah, so my laptop's on the fritz, so another one getting shipped. It's that they said it's gonna take a few days or whatever. So until that happens, the parlay's on hiatus. I did hit the last 2 that I put out, but that's why you haven't been seeing me on the parlays, because laptop issues or whatever. So
yeah, the book's got you, man. The book's got you.
On the way.
The book's got you.
Yeah, they got another one on the way. A new and improved laptop. You know what I'm saying, with the extended clip, as you say. You know what I'm saying, with the the extended clip, meaning the extra screen. They get the monitor. Have multiple monitors, you know what I'm saying?
I'm more concerned about the security. You don't want those books getting in there and shutting you down, man, because you'll keep winning.
Hey, listen, man. The way things are popping out here, the online portion of sports bet is gonna be popping in I don't know, the next 10 or whatever days. There's no way they can stop me now.
That's right. No way they can stop you now. Be careful. Just get the good security in there, because if you start winning too much, they start seeing that IP. Right. Hey, let's shut this man down.
Different accounts. Hey, listen, different accounts, different people, on the accounts. There's no way. There's too many ways. The online. Listen, the online portion of the sports bet. That's when it really gets crazy.
It really does. All right, Jovan, keep up the.
Have 20 accounts out here.
You have to when you win as much as you do. You have to. You're gonna get some.
Yeah, just try to keep it going.
That's right. Just keep it going. You got your runners already in position already. You're ready to go in and place your bets. That's what you got. Jovan's got his syndicate already started from the ground up already.
Right. Looking like Billy Walters out here.
That's right. He's rolling. All right, Jovan, keep up that winning. We'll catch up with you again later in the week.
All right.
You got it, Jovan.
Have a good, great night. See you on Friday, man.
See you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on the drive to create his own syndicate. When you win like he does the last 3 years, it's happening. You're gonna have to get guys putting in bets for you. That's what happens. All right, let's continue on here on the drive through. Up next here is Al Ninos. Catches parlay video, a 3-legged prop parlay video every day here on the show with on the YouTube channel here on Pick Dogs with Wayne. Bring him in right now. Al Ninos, your other love, poker. What's happening?
Going pretty good. How are you doing, Tom?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. It's not a game side. You're going to a player prop here. Pelicans to host the Magic. Pelicans laying 4, total 228.
Yeah. Just I can look at this prop. It's a pretty favorable matchup here for Brandon Ingram, and it should be a pretty good game. But I think it's also a pretty favorable matchup for just the teams as well. And Brandon Ingram in particular. He is going up against a team that's given up the 5th most points to small forwards, the most assists to small forwards, and a lot of threes to them as well. So he should have a big game tonight, and I expect him to be a big part of this offense. So I'm going taking Brandon Ingram to go over 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
All right, Al Ninos here coming in board here with Brandon Ingram, and of course he likes that play from Al Ninos. Brandon Ingram here, and of course you're going up against this Magic team, looking with Harris, Wagner, Banchero, Carter, a lot of young guys there defensively.
Yeah, but apparently just not defending these small forwards too well. So again, he's probably the best scorer on this team. So I expect him to. He's probably their best first option every time down the court, regardless. So just the added advantage that this team doesn't defend the small forwards well.
All right, we got Al Ninos
here.
Which
is surprising because they're not to knock on the Magic too much, because they are team that plays hard, and they're a team that hustles and play hard every night. But again, small forwards have been taking advantage of them.
All right, we got Al Ninos here. Brandon Ingram over 35 points plus assists plus rebounds. This one will have a start time 8 Eastern time NBA League Pass channel. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, showing good profit here in college hoops. Tonight we got a lot of college basketball plays here on the board as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I got a 3-pack best bet in the NBA, NHL, and college basketball. I got an extra play in the NBA and NHL for one that's on the long-term passes. So if you grab one of those or the 2-for-1 cap specials.
That's right. Get on board here with Al Ninos over at Pick Dodge Premium. Showing good results here in college hoops tonight over on the board. Get on board with Al Ninos with this alphabets up there, 3-pack up there, NBA, NHL, and college basketball, all together in a 3-pack. That's on their credit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action here with an NBA alley-oop individual play, NHL power play up there as well from Al Ninos. Or again, the long-term pass may serve you well. You get that 7-day all sports pass here from Al Ninos. Get all of Al Ninos' premium plays here for 7 days. That would include all of Al's premium plays here from the NBA, as well as his college basketball. NHL is also part of that 7-day all sports pass. So a great way to go with Al Ninos here right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK at checkout and you'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. That is even greater value there. All right, Al Ninos, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you a little bit later here on the recap.
Yeah, it'll be right here. See you in a minute, Tom.
Got it. Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, if you missed any of our picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Bring in David Racey. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Prim. Does great writing over there on the site as well. Bring him in right now. Oh, let's see. We get to David here in just a second. Here we go with Dave. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. Big 12 action on ESPN2 features Iowa State to host West Virginia. We got Iowa State here laying 4.5 total, 134.
Yeah, both of these teams have struggled recently. Both have lost. Well, Iowa State's lost 5 of 6. West Virginia's lost 4 of 5. Iowa State just lost to Oklahoma at home by 11 points. So that was a stinker by them. They're only 1-2 in their last 3 home games. They've scored 56 points or fewer in 4 of their last 5. They're only shooting 44% from the field this year. They do play solid defense, but the offense just has not been there for them recently. West Virginia, like I said, they've lost 4 of 5, but they did give Kansas a pretty good game on the road on Saturday, losing by, I think, only 2 points. And their offense is clicking. They're scoring 76.5 points per game this season. They don't play great defense, but they're able to score in the mid-70s, and they are shooting over 45% from the field. West Virginia also won this first matchup between these two teams 76-71. And like I said, they played well against Kansas on the road. They're shooting well on the road in their last 2 games, over 45% in both those 2 road games. So their shooting's been traveling with them. Like I said, they struggle on defense, but I think they keep this one close and have a chance to win it. When you look at the trends, Iowa State's been brutal against the spread. They're 1-5 in their last 6 and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 against a team with a winning record. And then West Virginia's 5-2 against the spread following a straight-up loss. So I like West Virginia with the points, and I think money line would be worth a look as well.
All right, West Virginia and the points here from David here, plus 4.5 here against Iowa State in a. Well, let's put it this way. You know, this is a West Virginia team that's just probably looking here at the the Big 12 tournament to get in. Iowa State, a team that has kind of been up and down, and really a team that's really dropped 5 of their past 6 here.
Yeah, they have. They're both struggling, and I was actually shocked to see. I was just looking at the bracketology, and West Virginia is currently in the tournament, which I know they're in the Big 12, but they're 5-11 in the Big 12. They're second to last, but Lenardi, at least on ESPN, has them in the first 4 byes. So I was surprised to see that. So they'll be playing, obviously, with a little extra motivation, trying to keep that spot in the tournament. But yeah, Iowa State has really struggled.
Yeah, no doubt about that. West Virginia here plus 4.5. This one to have a start time here of 9 Eastern time. Watch it over on ESPN2. All right, David, let's take a over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, showing great results in the NHL here. 922 units of profit last 7 days. Got an NHL board up there as well as college hoops. 4 from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, tonight I have my NHL 3-pack. Like you said, I've been killing the NHL last 30 days, up over 900 units. Doing really well in the NHL. I also have a college hoops 3-pack, and then I have one NBA premium play. So you can scoop those up over at Pick Dogs Premium, or check out a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day pass like Tony's been saying. Great value. You get a lot of those March Madness games. Or pair me up with another capper for the 2-for-1 special. So there's a ton of opportunities out there, and there's really no better value than Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Dave Racey over at Pick Dodge Premium. See the great results here. 920 units of profit in NHL last 30 days on the board tonight. From David's got his NHL 3-pack on the board. $39 credit guarantee. You must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in here, NBA premium play. A lot of individual plays, and as David was mentioned, the long-term passes, 3, 7, or 30-day pass. That 30-day pass will get you all of David's premium plays for 30 days. All his NHL, all his NBA, the college basketball, all the way to when they finish the Elite 8. It whittles it down to the final 4 teams when that 30-day pass expires. Also, all the NIT, the CBI, and the Basketball Classic covered in that 30-day pass. So go ahead and get signed up. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion. It's even greater value there. All right, David, it's always great having your show. Continue that. It's great success, and we'll catch up with you here a bit later in the week.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Tony. And if you guys are looking for more free picks, I'm doing the daily articles on Pick Dogs. I give out a daily video on YouTube Shorts and a daily video on my Twitter. So plenty of free picks. You guys just got to know where to find them. That's right, guys.
He did add the shorts. You can check the shorts out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. So when David drops that short, you get it right there from him and get in real time. Shortly after real time, once it's dropped, to get the best number. Not ready for it. Pretty soon we'll get a live show up there. All right, David.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Thank you, Tony.
We'll catch up with you again next week. David Racey here on the Drive-Thru. Guys, reminder, if you miss a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive-Thru. It's up next is Rod Zawacky. He's been good to us here on the Drive-Thru with his plays. Catch him every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with that morning show. It's Rod, of course, it's Mitch, and it's Chris Ruffalo. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now. Bring in Rod Zawacky. I think we're ready to roll here with Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much, Tony. Enjoying this Monday, and getting excited for this hockey game. I'm not really excited for this hockey game that I was going to go to, but with me not feeling so good last week, I decided to stay away from the hockey game. Let my nephew go. Give him the tickets. He's definitely going to be at this game, and definitely going to enjoy it. It's going to be a great game tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it just this one, the Bruins and Oilers looks like to be a really good matchup here tonight. The Bruins are road favorites in this one, total 6.5.
Yeah, and look, the Bruins are favored in this one for good reason. They've been the best team in the NHL to kick off the early season in the NHL. Well, for me, look who's going to get the start tonight. Our buddy Swayman's going to get the start, as this is the first leg of a back-to-back for this Bruins as they have to try to run the Alberta gauntlet. And going to be a tough spot for them here. Swayman is playing pretty good, 14-4-4 on the year with a 234 goals against average, 916 save percentage. Last time we seen him, he gave up 5 goals to the Kraken, and Boston still was able to sneak out the win 6-5, just outscoring the Kraken in that one. I don't know if he can do that against the Oilers here. Same thing. You look, Skinner's going to get the start here in goal for the Oilers tonight. He's got a 2.9 goals against average, 912 save percentage. So goalie-wise, pretty even here on the thing. But for me, you look Skinner, his last 2 starts, he's won both those starts. He's made 46 stops out of 50 shots in those 2 games as well. And you look at the Oilers, sure, they lost to Columbus on Saturday morning. As I know, as an Oilers fan, any day game, I fade the Oilers. For some reason, they get in the morning games. They just don't get up for morning games. They're just a team to fade during the day. So I think they also had this one circled, ready to go for Monday. You look at the Oilers, 7-2 of their last 9 versus the Atlantic Division, and then also the Oilers are 40-16 after allowing 5+ goals in the previous game, which is what they did to allowing for Columbus. And the Oilers have been pretty dominant against these Bruins, 9-4 in the last 13 meetings. let's go with the Oilers here to snag themselves a win on Monday night.
All right, we got Rod here. Oilers plus 115 here against the Bruins. And then one of the highlight match of the night here on this card here in the NHL. Of course, Edmonton looking to back home here after a 2-game trip here, winning at Pittsburgh, then losing there at Columbus.
Yeah, just like I said, that they beat Pittsburgh, so beating a good team. And then losing to Columbus, like I said, I think they were ready just to come home and face Boston in this one. And for me, they've been dominant against Boston in recent years. Always, I remember going back to the Stanley Cup where Boston had to turn the lights out to try to get a win, and that didn't even help them. So, really, I love the Oilers in this spot. Call me a homer. Give me the Oilers to beat up on the Bruins here tonight. We're also a little bonus play. We're going to take Leon Draisaitl to get an anytime goal. He scored a goal in the last 5 games, so he's 5 for 5 in scoring goals, and you get a nice plus 110 on him tonight. Take Leon Draisaitl, anytime goal. Little bonus play for him.
Anytime there from a bonus there. Is there any college basketball team that you have a cap that if they lose you're going to burn? Anybody? Any candidates out there?
I've already burned a couple, so definitely burned a couple college basketball ass this season, but so far not yet. Not
yet. Okay.
There's a few teams. Maybe my Alabama hat's coming in the mail.
Bruins, who knows? All right.
Here, so you never know. UCLA, yeah. There's a couple. Gonzaga, I still have a Gonzaga hat. It's still over here. Gonzaga's been rolling along. Can't count them out as well. They were off to a tough start to start the season, but they've been rolling now. So. There might be a couple.
There's some candidates. There's still some candidates out there. All right, we haven't forgotten about that. That's very, very, very great. When his team in the March Madness, he has the 2 teams, and once they lose, it's a ceremony where that hat gets burned. So looking forward to that.
The hat gets burned, yeah.
And it's on Twitter. You'll be able to see it. All right, Rod here on the good matchup tonight. Oilers plus 115 against the Bruins. This one to start at 8:30 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Prim tonight, where you've been on absolute fire here. 960 units of profit last 7 days, showing great profit here. The last 30 days, showing profit last 24 hours as well. NHL, college hoops, NBA on the board. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight, I got my Monday Insider Info 3-pack going, where you get 2 college basketball rim rockers and my top play in tonight's NBA action. Scoop that up, get all 3 plays over at Pick Dodge Premium. Or I've got my $15 NHL sniper play going. That's my top-rated play in the NHL. This one was the one that just missed the premium card for you guys here. So scoop that up over at Pick Dodge Premium. Jump on something long-term. As you see, we've been hot the last 7 days, the last 30 days. Grab that 30-day pass and join me. That should get you right through the bulk of March Madness. Not only do hockey, we've been following college basketball right from the start of the season, and I'm starting to get hot and heat up at the right time. So jump aboard, pair me up for that 2-for-1 capper deal. As you can see, I'm not the only hot capper over the last 30 days. There's a group of us there that have been just roaring and pounding the book. So take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper deal and pair me up with any one of the hot cappers that you see over at Pick Dodge Premium, as we've been pounding the books this season over at Pick Dodge Premium.
That's right. I get aboard here with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. See great results here the last 7 days. 960 units of profit. All document over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can verify that by going to Rod's handicapper page over under Pick History. Down there, you'll see all the plays that he has released on the site. Tonight on the board, as Rod was talking about, he's got his Monday Insider Info 3-pack. A 3-pack up there that is credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. In there with this NHL $15 NHL sniper play. That's up there, also credit guarantee. But again, we're talking about these long-term passes. This time of the year, no better time to get that 30-day all sports pass. All of Rod's premium plays for 30 days, including all his NBA, all his NHL, and lots of coverage, as we said, all show on this college basketball. Remember, this 30-day pass takes you all the way to the end of the Elite Eight. When the tournament whittles down to their final 4 teams, there'll be only 3 games left by the time this 30-day pass expires. So go ahead and get on board with it. Use promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. It also includes all the college hoops leading up to the tournament, all your regular season, conference tournaments, then NCAAB tournament, all the way until the end of the Elite Eight. And then from there, you should probably know already what to roll with. You got 3 games left from there. So go ahead and get on board with Rod. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Rod, great to have you back. Hope you're feeling great, sound great, look great. Everyone's have a great evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Definitely feels good to be back. So appreciate everybody. Hey, like, subscribe. That way you get notified when the Puck Dogs go live, because we're back shooting hockey videos with Chris. Feeling better, so that way you don't miss out on any of those, and you don't miss out on any of the other cabbers you see giving out lots of content here on Pick Dogs. You don't want to miss out on any of that. David Racey doing his shorts, and Jovan on his parlay, Jay Briggs and his dual NBA videos going. So definitely you don't want to miss out on that. Like, subscribe, where you get notified. Thanks for having me, Tony. It's great to be back, and we'll see you tomorrow for another one. Everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow.
That's right. Catch him in the mornings, and every day in the mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern time with Chris, and of course with Mitch with that morning show. And of course, don't forget the Puck Dogs video series with Rod and Chris with those video releases, pick releases on the NHL. All right, Rod, have a great night. Catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, you too, Tony. Good luck. Have a good one.
Good one. Rod Zawacky here on the drive. Reminder, guys, if you miss a pick, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Al Ninos is standing by to help me out with that. Let's get to my card here. Pelicans and Magic. Pelicans laying 4. Total sits here at 228. I'll be on the dog here. Magic plus the 4 here against the Pelicans. Pelicans been one of those teams that has really missed Zion Williamson. Let's just, again, check the injury report here on this. We know Carter Williams is still questionable. Isaac is out here for the Magic. Liddell, Nance, and Williamson are out for the Pelicans. I'm going to do a refresh to see if anything's changed. But, looking at this, still the questionable status here on Carter Williams. He's still going to sit as questionable here, as we can now confirm the starting line for Orlando. Fultz, Harris, Wagner, Boncaro, and Carter are in. I like that starting 5 in this spot here for this Magic team in this spot. Of course, New Orleans has lost 4 of 7 at home. They're just having a tough time shooting the 3 ball, just 33%. And the current defensive form is a concern here. 3-game losing streak. Let's go with Orlando here at plus the 4, showing a little better form here with this Orlando Magic. They've won 4 of 7 on the road as their defense has buttoned up here, getting up to 109 points per 100 possessions. So that'll be the play here on New Orleans, guys. Check out Pick Dogs. I got my best bet on the board right now, remaining still on the board right now over at Pick Dogs. Get on board with it. It is credit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, the long-term passes I have up there, a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of my premium plays for that time period. Just select when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase. Remember, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. It's even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Time to recap. El Ninos will help us out here on the recap. Starting off with Brian, he liked Wyoming plus 5.5 against Nevada. Wayne was on Southern laying the 7 against Florida A&M. Jay was on the Heat plus 6 against 76ers. Brad was on North Carolina minus 8 against Florida State. Jovan was on the Pistons plus 6.5 against the Hornets. We had Al Ninos over 35.5 points plus rebounds plus assists with Ingram. David on West Virginia plus 4.5 against Iowa State. Rod Oilers plus 115 against the Pelicans. I'll be on the Magic here plus 4 against the Pelicans. All right, Al Ninos, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'll go with the Pistons. I mean, yeah, not the best team in the league, but the Hornets haven't. They won a couple of games coming into this matchup, but still not ready to lay that many points with them. Yeah,
that seems like a lot. That seems like a little bit too much for me as well. To lay with the. I know they've played better, and of course when they're healthy, we see how good Charlotte can be, but they just need a little bit more depth on their bench to help them up, because I think their starting 5 shows a lot of promise, but like a lot of these NBA teams, it's really what's behind them. When they get the cluster injuries, they can't compete. So I'll look at that Pistons here as well at plus the points. All right, so just a quick scroll across the injuries in the NBA here. So it's just a 4-game card. There aren't a whole lot of games tonight. We got a big 10-game card tomorrow here from the NBA, and we can now confirm just Dedmon out for Philadelphia. Jovic, Laurie, your 7 out for Miami. Detroit, Charlotte, it's Bogdanovich, Duran, Ivy, and Stewart out for Detroit. Martin in Washington is out. He was probable. Now he's out. Out is Washington for Charlotte. Boston and Knicks. Knicks, a clean injury report. Brown, Gallinari out for Boston. Orlando and the Pelicans. We know Isaac's out for Orlando. Carter Williams is still questionable. On the Pelicans side, it's Liddell, Nance, and Williamson. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and they'll give us their plays here for us in real time. And make sure, remember, it always gets started here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. We got Rod, We got Chris, and we got Mitch with that morning show. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes of sports betting tool show. Al Ninos with his and Wayne with that 3-legged prop parlay video of the day. We also have the Puck Dogs with Chris and with Chris, as well as Rod Zawacky with the Puck Dogs NHL show. We also have Ron Romanelli's with his Bank Shop Breakdown college basketball show. Jay's with his jam session, every game on the board from the NBA. He also goes live for Eastern time with that NBA show as well. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time. Don't forget David Racey's shorts also here on the channel. So lots going on here, lots to get, a lot of content. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications. That's gonna do it for our show.